Always great to talk with Rick Pitino, national champion again, this time with the Louisville Cardinals, as you're well aware. Well, maybe Coach P, some people don't know. Maybe they were in the woods or something. Hey, Coach.
Terry, how are you?
Can you imagine, we talk about it so much, and this is the most loyal NCAA television market, that we always assume everybody knows that, but I guess I still need to preface that. Congratulations again on the championship.
Thank you, Terry. And Kenny Klein just sent me something yesterday. I'm not sure what it was. It was fan equity, but we were number one in the country in fan equity. We're number one in revenue produced, so it's and number one on the court. So it's pretty exciting.
So, yeah, it's been a phenomenal 2013 for sure. Surely you've heard about the Ohio State president, Gordon Gee, and his comments, but I'm going to play it for people who haven't heard it. All right, here's a little clip where he is talking with folks and talking about teams they wouldn't invite to the Big Ten.
The number one criteria is to make certain that we have institutions of like-minded academic integrity. So you won't see us adding Louisville. I'm not. That was a negative statement. Or the University of Kentucky.
So he slams Louisville and Kentucky both in this. And I'd like to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I can live with those things because obviously the way Kentucky and both Louisville have improved scholastically from my time being at both places has been amazing to me. And we've obviously been the number one grade point average in the Big East for the last 3 years, and we've won so many academic awards. But, sometimes, Terry, ignorance is bliss. It's amongst coaches, it's amongst politicians, and now it's amongst presidents. So you can just show that ignorance is not just curtailed to coaches or to other people, it's curtailed to presidents as well. And President Gee is obviously trying to crack jokes and denigrate other people. And in Louisville, I can't speak for Kentucky. I'll let John speak for them. But in Louisville, we don't take kindly to those comments, and we're very insulted by it. And when people have to make jokes and denigrate others to get laughter, that means they're truly ignorant of the facts. And certainly he is ignorant of the facts and really bothered by it. We don't like it. We don't respect it. But he does not speak for Ohio State. But I'll tell you what really gets me boiling, Terry, with all of it. It's not Louisville or Kentucky. What gets me boiling is the fact that he knocks the Catholics at Notre Dame.
Right.
Obviously, I don't know what denomination he is or what Lord he prays to, but trying to get jokes out of that, it really, really boils me. And but ignorance is not curtailed to bad fans. It's not. It's not limited to those who have no knowledge. It's limited to certain presidents, and obviously he's one of those. So he tries to poke fun and when people try to get laughter by denigrating others, Terry, that's not very funny, and that means he's not really he really doesn't know how to tell jokes. He really doesn't know how to get laughter because he has to denigrate others to get laughter, and he certainly does not represent Ohio State because Ohio State is a great institution. And he certainly is not a good example of what Ohio State is all about.
And clearly doesn't know about your team's academic achievements and the academic achievements at large.
It's a pompous attitude. I don't know where he went to, what university he represents, where he graduated from, but just a pompous attitude. And certainly, I have a major problem with him, not with Ohio State. I have a major problem with him, and he's a pompous ass for making those statements.
He has apologized, should be noted.
No, he hasn't called Dr. Ramsey, and we don't accept it until he calls Dr. Ramsey. University of Kentucky is a very proud institution, and certainly us at the University of Louisville are very proud of what we accomplished, and until he calls us, we don't accept his apology.
All right. Well, we haven't heard anything out of Dr. Capilouto over at University of Kentucky either, but Dr. Ramsey did issue a statement where he pretty much said, I wouldn't want to be in that position with all the problems they're having. So,
well, Dr. Ramsey has way too much class to ever make those statements, and he's way too bright, being an economic developer in our state, and obviously being one of the outstanding presidents in the nation. He has way too much class to ever get himself involved. He would never denigrate somebody. He'll create laughter by poking fun at ourselves. He'll never create laughter by by denigrating others. That's the epitome of low self-esteem, Terry.
Right.
I can tell you that from, and you know that as well as us. When you start poking fun at other people like that and denigrating others, you have a low self-esteem.
Yeah, you and I already make enough Catholic jokes because we can.
We can, but when you start hitting home, Terry, we don't like it.
No, right, you are.
Fight back, Terry. We fight back big time.
Now, listen, you're supposed to be Captain Mellow now. You were going to take several weeks away and be mellow, and here you are talking about your blood boiling here. I want to hear that you are having
I am very mellow, but this more than anything else has got me really upset because not only of academic integrity, what we stand for, but when you hit the Catholics, you hit home.
Right, you are. All right, now I know you have your pretty wife next to you, and you're headed to the ball game tonight.
We are. We're Frank Vogel, as you know or may not know, Terry, was my student manager at the University of Kentucky and my video coordinator, my graduate assistant, my assistant coach, and now he's moved on to be the head coach of the Pacers, and he offered me his tickets, and I said, Frank, I'm going through my Kentucky connections with Pat Riley, but I'll be there, and I'm so excited about this game because it's been a great, great series.
It has. Now, obviously, everybody's expecting Miami to just come out and just be on fire after the game the other night in Indy. What do you expect to see tonight?
You know, it's funny, Terry. I thought it's typical of like the Pacers when they went back home after playing two great games in Miami. They fell asleep, did not play great defense, and Miami just kicked their butt. And then they came to play the next game. And so, you know, you just never know how it's going to turn out. I think both teams are on edge right now because probably the winner of this game is probably the winner of this series. That being said, if it goes 7 games, Miami Heat, there's one common denominator with both teams are very, very hungry. Both teams are very, very excited to win a potential championship. Now, I will say this, that LeBron James is the difference maker in the series. There's, since Michael Jordan, I've not seen anyone like him. And it's very exciting to see him in person. Now, I've been up close and personal to him. He is a specimen. Not only is he a great basketball player, but he's a great specimen, great basketball player. And it's going to be a very exciting game, to say the least. Yeah,
and Hibbert's doing a nice job there on the other side, too, disrupting what they're doing down low.
Yeah, you know, and all the stuff about Hibbert being, you know, that he should have been in the game, I'm not sure he can rotate to block that shot when he's got it. He has to defend Bosch on the perimeter at the three-point line. So I'm not sure that was a factor or not. Frank Vogel's terrific. The coach of Miami's terrific. It's going to be a great game. It's been a great series. Last night I'm staying up late at night watching the Chicago Blackhawks score that goal. I'm kind of bored now, Terry. I can't wait to get back to work.
You are coming back to work here soon, but tell people listening, though, that you've had a good time here. You've been relaxed because, you know, everybody's expecting another Final Four run and maybe another championship.
Well, Terry, that's premature. I mean, anybody could, you know, certainly there are about 30 other teams that think they can have the potential to win a championship, but I think our brand right now is something I'm very, very proud of. I think we're going to defend our championship at the highest level, and certainly I know these guys are very hungry they've tasted success. They don't want to let it go, and I think we're going to compete very, very hard this year. Whatever conference we're in, I'm not sure what we are in, but we're going to be there.
Is it too late for you to schedule some sort of a game with Ohio State? Because now it looks like that would really be fun.
Only if Gordon Gee was in the backcourt. Because Dad Mata is a class coach, class man. He would never make those statements. But you know, presidents are like all of us, Terry. We all stick our foot in our mouths from time to time. He's no exception to the rule. But I do tell you this, Terry. Dr. Ramsey would never, ever put himself in that light because he had too much class.
Indeed. Hey, listen, have a great time at the game. I'll see you when you get back to work.
Thanks, Terry.
See you, Coach. There's Coach Rick Pitino headed to the ball game tonight with the Pacers and the Heats.